In this section, we are going to talk about using the CLI to access, configure and manage Fortigate devices. So first of all, what are the options? Well, you can connect locally with a console cable, and this means basically connecting your PC or Mac directly to Fortigate console port. The other option is to remotely connect to the Fortigate through the network. And this means you will either use Telnet on port 23 or SSH on port 22, these are the default values, to connect to the device. And this must be enabled in advance for connection to be successful. Remember what we said in a previous section, that the box comes fully locked and you have to enable options and features as you go through configuration and enabling your device in the network. The other one is to go to HTTP and HTTPS like we have just discussed, and then access the CLI from the web-based manager. It was, if you remember, in the right top corner. Clicking there and the web-based will just fire up a CLI connection for you. And locally you also have the opportunity to connect to the Fortigate, as we have talked also with FortiExplorer, USB cable directly to Fortigate appliance. Now let's talk a little bit about permissions. So access profiles control the level of administrative access of every user or admin on the Fortigate. So once a user logs in, read, write or no access rights will be provided. The admin account that we have just used up to this point exists by default and it cannot be deleted. It makes sense, as it would mean that you would be logged out, you would have no user password pair to log into the device and do your job. Full permissions are associated with the admin account, similarly like the root administrator account on Linux or Unix platforms. New accounts that we can create are granted necessary admin access as per our configuration. So let's start first of all on configuring what's needed in order to remotely access, configure and manage your Fortigate device, and then we're looking at the permissions section. In order to get started, first draw a little diagram so you can understand what I'll be doing. So I'll just take a new page, and here is how it looks. So we have two Fortigates in our network now. We have the one that we have just configured and used to demo all the features and everything. So this will be the FortiXAS, and this one, it's the Forti that we have moved to transparent mode. At this point I have a connection between these two Fortigates and it's on port 3 as well. I will just configure IP connectivity between the two. I will take 10.0.0.0 with dots /24, and let's say the FortiXAS port will be .1 and the Forti transparent it's .2. After enabling IP connectivity and testing through ping, and basically that is ICMP protocol, I will just enable port 3 on Forti transparent Fortigate to permit, let's say, Telnet, although it's not recommended as everything it's transmitted in plain text, so information is not encrypted. And then I also enable SSH. And last, just to test our connectivity, I will just connect on the FortiXAS Fortigate and fire up an SSH connection so that I get access to the Forti transparent Fortigate. I am now logged in both in Fortigate, XAS course as said, and also in Fortinet transparent. So first of all, let's get CLI access. It's admin and admin. And let's see how the configuration looks on port 3. Show system, interface, port 3. Good, so nothing has been configured, it's a default configuration. Let's configure it. Configure system interface. edit port 3, set IP 10.0.0.1/24, exit and save the configuration. So we have admin, no password, show system interface port 3, basic default configuration, configure system interface, edit port 3, set IP 10.0.0.2/24 mask, and let's say that's it. Show system interface port 3. Great. On this side, show system interface port 3. We have 10.0.0.1, and on the other one 10.0.0.2. Let's see if we have ping connectivity. No, sorry, execute ping 10.0.0.2. It seems that is not working. So got ICMP code 3, destination unreachable. Now why is that? It's because on port 3 we haven't enabled any ICMP or ping connectivity. So let's do that. Config system interface, edit port 3, set allow access, ping. Hit ping again. Still not working. Now why is that? Let's allow ICMP on this side as well, of course. So show system interface port 3. We haven't allowed it. Configure system interface, edit port 3. So basically at this point packets were going to the other Fortigate, were coming back, but they were rejected by this Fortigate. So we have to allow ICMP connectivity on this port as well. Edit port 3, set allow access, ping. Exit and save, execute ping 10.0.0.2. Now we hit end, it means that the configuration has been applied. So let's see now. Okay, so now we have connectivity between the two devices. Control C if we want to stop it, so stop the ping before it's going to send by default 5 packets. So now that we have connectivity, we can try execute SSH. So we can try to SSH or telnet to the other device. Again, it will not work as this port is not permitting anything else but ping, so ICMP. So let's configure it now. So append, allow access, telnet and SSH. And to exit and apply configuration. So execute SSH on what device? 10.0. First of all, SSH to 10.0.0.2. Now we have a new hostname, Fortigate VM64, and as you can see, it was Fortigate XAS course. So we have successfully executed a remote connection to the other Fortigate. Let's exit. So connection to 10.0.0.2 is closed. This is how easy it is to connect to a Fortigate device remotely. So you don't have to be exactly near the device to administer and configure. You can connect remotely through Telnet and SSH. And again, the SSH is the preferred way because the traffic between the devices is encrypted. Okay, so we are now back in the graphical user interface, admin and admin for credentials and login. So I was saying a little bit earlier about the access profiles, what they are and why should we use them. So access profiles control the level of administrative access of every user, admin or admin on the Fortigate. So let's create another profile and another user and test it if it will have the same level of rights. I will do basically an access profile that will deny configuration and only permit read access. So let's go to System, Admin Profiles, and create a new one. The name will be read only profile, and let's say that it will have only read-only rights when it successfully connects to the Fortigate appliance. Hit OK. Now we're going to administrators, create a new one. So the admin is the default one. I'll create RO read-only admin. The same for password, RO admin. It's a local user. Administrator profile. So this is the read-only profile to match the user and the profile. This is the place, and hit OK. Good. Let's see how things look when we just connect with the read-only one. So log out, and now we say RO admin, RO admin. We have now connected with the read-only administrator. Let's go into network, interfaces, and let's say we want to edit this port. No, we have selected and we don't have the edit option. Double click on it. Well, we can see the options here, but the edit interface is not available, the edit interface option. Can we put an alias? We can, but we don't have the OK. We cannot save our options. So hit return, and that's it. We'll log in with the root user, the admin, just to test again. Network, interfaces, port 4, we have the edit option available.